I welcome you all to Kinsway Language Center YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to teach you some vocabulary items and one special sentence pattern. Vocabulary is one of the most important things whenever you are going to speak, read, write, or listen to. So, by the end of this lesson, you will learn 10 vocabulary items connected with jobs. And you also learn 10 objects that are used by these people. Okay. The lesson begins with a task. Look at the task. Now look at this. What do they use for their jobs? Well, now on your left hand side of the slide, you can see 5 jobs, and on the right hand side, you can see some objects. You can see the picture and the word below the picture. This way, you are going to learn loads of words that you need to use in your day-to-day conversations. So what you have to do here is identify the job, and you also must choose an object used by this person, and then you write a sentence like the one given below. For example, the first job is an accountant. And from the pictures that are given on your right hand side, you have to choose the object that an accountant uses. So finally you write a sentence like the one given below.
An accountant uses a calculator.
An accountant uses a calculator. So an accountant is the subject in this sentence, and since the subject is singular, we use the verb use by adding s to the verb, base form. Base form of the verb is use, and since we are going to use it after a singular subject, it must be uses. So an accountant uses a calculator. Now you, in the same way, do the rest of the sentences. There are altogether 10 jobs and 10 objects that these people use. Now take some time and try to match the jobs and the objects they use. Okay, now I am going to give you the meanings of the jobs. Objects, of course, I must not give you the meaning because you can see the picture and learn the word. We can listen to the words and practice them.
1. An accountant. 2. A doctor. 3. A dressmaker. 4. An electrician. 5. A farmer. 6. A gardener. 7. A mason. 8. A mechanic. 9. A nurse. 10. A painter. 1. A hoe. 2. A paintbrush. 3. A screwdriver. 4. A calculator. 5. A stethoscope. 6. A syringe. 7. A sewing machine. 8. A spanner. 9. A spade. 10. A trowel.
Okay, right. Now I will explain you the meanings of these jobs or the professions. Let's see. The first one is an accountant. An accountant is a person or someone who keeps the records of money. An accountant is someone who keeps the records of money received and paid in a business. So if you are working in a company or if you have your business, so you will receive money and you have to sometimes pay money. So, and even the bank accounts. So examining, keeping these records is the accountant job. So every company and every business is run by an accountant. So he looks after the money matters in a company. That is an accountant. Next one is dressmaker. Dressmaker. Dressmaker's job is to make women's clothes. He or she does this as a job. Dressmaker, who makes clothes. Dressmaker usually makes clothes, especially women's clothes. Next word is electrician. Electrician. Electrician is a person who puts and check electrical items. Electrical wires or electrical items are checked by a person called electrician. So electrician's job is to look after the electrical wires, electrical equipment. So the next word is farmer. Farmer is a person who owns or take care of a farm, who cultivates and who looks after a farm. So farmer's job is to look after, or he owns the farm. Well, next one is a mechanic. Mechanic is a person whose job is repairing the engines of vehicles and other machines. The one who repairs vehicles and other machines is a mechanic. So the next word is doctor. Doctor is a person whose job is to treat people who are ill or hurt. A doctor treats sick people, in other words. Well, the next word is a mason. Mason is a person who make houses, who builds houses. Putting bricks, sands and cements together, he builds houses. A mason. And the next one is a gardener. Gardener. So gardener is a person who works in a garden, growing and taking care of the plants, is a gardener. He looks after the garden and the plants in it. Then it's nurse. Nurse. Nurse is a person whose job is to care for people who are ill or injured. Nurses work in a hospital. Nurses work in hospitals, right? So nurses' job is to care for people who are ill or injured. They work in hospitals. Next one is a painter. Painter is a person whose job is to paint surfaces such as walls, doors. They paint houses, right? They use different kinds of paints, different color of paints, and they paint walls, doors, and all parts of a house. Okay? So now I hope you all got the meanings of all these jobs. And the object they use are given on your right hand side with the pictures. So I need not explain them, because by looking at the picture you can understand. You can get the meanings of each and every word, because below the picture I have given you the words. And words and the picture will help you understand everything in a natural way, rather than teaching in a classroom. By looking and listening, you are going to pick up the language. Okay, so those are the meanings of the words. Now what you have to do is to match the jobs with the objects that they use in their day-to-day activities. So the first one was done for you. It was an accountant uses a calculator. So all what I want you to do is to write 10 sentences using the verb use in its singular form, because all these jobs are in singular form. So the first one was done for you. A An accountant uses a calculator. In the same way, I want you to write 10 different sentences using the jobs and the objects and then read them aloud so that you will exercise your pronunciation muscles and you'll be able to use language fluently and accurately. Okay, that is the end of today's lesson, and I would also like to invite you to watch this same video in Sinhala. If you find it difficult to understand the videos in Kingsway Language Center YouTube channel, you can go to Jayatis Atavudhetti YouTube channel and watch the same video in Sinhala with lots of Sinhala explanations. Okay, I'll see you again with another lesson. Till then, goodbye and good luck.